Good afternoon, YouTube. Good afternoon, YouTubers and YouTubers, investors, and fellow countrymen. Just wanted to jump on board today. It's probably my third video of the day. I'm trying to knock a few out. I very rarely get time to get on here these days. So just before I move forward, general disclaimer, as boring as they are, got to be said. This video is not for financial advice. I'm not a qualified financial planner or advisor. Before making any financial decisions, please see your own financial advisor or licensed financial planner before making any financial decisions, or rely upon your own inquiries and only make financial decisions as they attain to your goals and objectives. Do not go and pick a stock because I talk about it in this video. This video is only for entertainment value. And the last thing you should be doing anyway is taking stock advice off somebody that's on YouTube making a video out of his lounge room, which is exactly what I'm doing. This is just a bit of fun. So let's get into it. Today on the 8th of November, I'm going to be doing a stock review for a company called Aurelia Metals, ticker code AMI. Now, I did a video on Aurelia Metals last November, almost 1 year to the day, back in the 7th of November 2018. Now, Aurelia Metals at the time was trading at about 79 cents. Today, it's trading at 47 cents. So this stock has been hammered. So if you're looking on a 1 year basis, not the best stock pick. Again, exactly the reason why you shouldn't take advice from anyone on YouTube, even if they are qualified. Go and see some professionals. If you've got a diversified portfolio and you did buy this stock at the time and it only represented a small portion of your portfolio, then you mitigate your risk, you minimize your risk, and the impact is not as significant. So unless you're an absolute genius, somebody like Warren Buffett, you probably need portfolio diversification, regardless of what other people would tell you, because you're probably not going to get your stock picks right 90% of the time. It might be 50%, might be 55, 60% if you're good. So just be very careful. Have a diversified portfolio. This stock, for example, has gone down significantly since I spoke about it, and it's down 39% for the year. Now, Aurelia Metals has a total comprehensive profit for the year of $36 million. It was $99 million the prior year. The total revenue was 103 million, for the last financial year. The year before was 136 million. So the total revenue was down significantly. If we wanted to go back to 2015, this company lost 109 million. The following year, they were up to $41 million in profit, or EBITDA rather. 2017, they were at 48 million. Then they jumped significantly to 136 million in 2018. And then their EBITDA in 2019 was 103 million. So if you looked over the previous 4 or 5 years, you would have done quite well. This is obviously a cyclical company, being a gold miner. I'll just give you a brief description of the company again. Aurelia Metals Limited is an exploration and mineral development company based in Orange, New South Wales. Its focus is the development and ongoing exploration of the Hera Nymagee project, which includes the high-grade gold and base metal Hera deposit and the emerging high-grade copper discovery at the nearby Nymagee copper deposit. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Yes, miners are very cyclical companies. Mining companies have limited mine lives. They might have a mine life of 3 years or 5 years or 20 years or 25 years, depending on what new projects they have in the pipeline, what gold reserves they have, and so on. So mining companies are inherently more risky, in my opinion, than equities. I mean, commodities can be very cyclical. Other factors are the gold price fluctuating and copper price fluctuating. Will depend on how the stock price does and how the company does overall. Again, over a 4 or 5 year time frame, the company has still fared fairly well if you're a long-term investor. I myself also dumped this stock. Now, I'm a long-term investor, but in saying that, I'm very weary of the cyclical nature of mining stocks. I'm not a big fan of mining stocks, and I don't hold many. I did dump this stock. I did lose a little bit of money out of this stock, but because I have a well-diversified portfolio, I've done quite well, and I'm, touch wood, I'm usually up overall on my portfolio over the long term. I've done very well. But this one I lost a little bit of money on, and I let it go. I just ripped the Band-Aid off and I let it go. That might be a mistake. It might come out next year and the next couple of years and do really well still. And that's something that you guys need to consider and research for yourselves and utilize your own risks. I was happy to sell it and put my money into something that I thought was not so cyclical and maybe a bit stronger with its fundamentals and its growth profile. Sometimes you have to take a step backward, take a step forward. I probably should have never bought it. It might be a good buy today still. Look, the fundamentals are still quite strong. It's got a price earnings ratio today of 12. At the time I did the video, it had a price earnings ratio of just under 6. It had a market cap of over 600 million when I did the video. It's now got a market cap of 441 million. So it could be less risk buying it today, knowing that it could grow well in the future. I just don't know enough about this mining company to know how it's going to spend its money, how it's going to perform, because it's an ever-changing landscape. It's just so difficult to grasp the future earnings of these things. So Aurelia Metals, I've pulled out of the stock, lost a bit of money and let it go. You have a look. If you think it's still one that you'd like to buy, it isn't overvalued for what it is at the moment, so it could still be a buy. Again, I'd like a safer bet, so I've gotten out of it and lost a little bit of money on it. That's Aurelia Metals, ticker code AMI. Have a look at my gold stock from 2 months ago. I think it was last month actually. I did a stock video on Regis Resources, which is another gold miner. Again, gold miners or any miners, commodities can be very cyclical. So again, I'm taking some risks there, some well-educated risks. I think Regis Resources has a much better long-term outlook. But we'll see. I'll be back in a year to review that. But Aurelia Metals, probably not the worst company. You probably still get in and make some money. Again, I'm just not comfortable with it. I've let it go. So that's my thoughts 1 year on of Aurelia Metals. Good luck, happy investing, see what you think, and I'll put some links below. Talk to you soon.